with health messaging, usually there's that general assumption that we make that assumes that, number one, people can access the health messaging that you're providing. Number two, people can understand it. The third assumption is that people can act on it, which is not always the reality of the situation. And it's often the limitation in actually seeing or improving health outcomes in communities. But I say this to not take away the responsibility from the individuals or to overly place it on factors that are beyond them. But I think it's very important to recognize structural factors that will influence your health outcomes, that will influence the kind of life or quality of life that you lead. And it's not just for poor people, because they're also commercial determinants of health, right? Like, for instance, we're getting adverts on alcohol and all of these things. So you could be sitting in your fancy house in Constantia thinking, oh no, I make better decisions. Oh no, look at me. But now you find that you are a victim of all of these things, because chances are that you're getting all these adverts that are kind of like programming your mind and thinking about health in a certain way that you might overlook, right? So I'm saying that it's important to recognize structural factors that also play a role in people's health and health outcomes and health choices. But it doesn't mean that individuals have no agency. We do have a sense of agency in some things. We can control certain things. It simply means that we shouldn't ignore context when we talk about health. It is very important. And that if certain things are within your control, and you have the privilege to act on them, it's still very important to do so. I'm not saying relinquish responsibility to other things that are beyond you, but it is something you need to take into account, even when sometimes it's very hard to make certain changes. It's because there are other forces that are working against you in order for you to be able to do that. So if we really, really want to improve population health, we need to stop asking, why don't people make better choices? And I think one of the main questions we need to ask is, what choices are available to them? Yeah.